Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Gears 12 here, and today I'm bringing you a new album review. Today I'm reviewing the German power metal band Helloween with their newest album entitled Straight Out of Hell. This is their 14th studio album release, and yeah, let's just jump into this review. In case you don't know who Helloween is, like I said before earlier, just now, that they're a German power metal band, and they've been around since the 80s. And basically they've stuck in the genre of power metal and all that stuff. But I want to get a little bit on the fact that this is their 14th studio album release. At around the 14th, or maybe even after the 10th studio album release of a lot of bands that have been around in the 80s, around this time of where they put out more than 10 albums and they're still releasing music, it's at that point where it shows for the fans of, you know, is this band still have it or does the band not have it? And in this case, for the 14th studio album release, just this album alone, not considering the past releases in the 2000s, just for this album alone, like straight out of 2013, Straight Out of Hell, Helloween is showing they still have it, because I was blown away by this album in more ways than one. I will have to say that there is one track on this album that I was not really happy with, but other than that, this album just really showed me what Helloween can still do. Because like I said, at some point, you know, bands will show their age. And in this case, right now, Helloween is not showing their age. They still have what made them popular, what made them stand out back in the 80s and 90s and now 2000s. And now in 2013 with a great release. Anyway, so the opening track, which I cannot pronounce, so do not ask me to try to. But like I said, like I've always said before in all my reviews, the track listing and personnel is in the description, so you, of course, will try to pronounce it yourself. I bet you can't pronounce it yourself, because I sure cannot. So anyways, the opening track is the longest on the album, which is kind of weird, but I enjoy that track so much, because it kind of sums up what the rest of the album's going to provide to you, because there's so much stuff going on in the first track, and it's so addicting to listen to. It's so catchy. There's like a catchy chorus line that you, like, I had to stop myself from trying to repeat it because it was so catchy. I would just, boom, I caught myself doing it. I'm like, no, you know, not like saying I don't want to, but, you know, it was just kind of like blowing me away. Like the first listen through that track, I was already trying to sing along with the vocalist, and I was trying to listen and not try to copy the vocalist. I was like, I got to listen to this music, you know, I have to, you know, find out what's going on. And like I said, the opening track, it just sums up what the album's going to be, and it made me just excited to see what the rest of the album's going to be. And all the other songs lived up to the expectations, except one song, which I have to say this now. Live Now is the third track on the album, and I just have to say it's the weakest song in my opinion. I don't know. It's just something about that song just didn't really fit with the rest of the album. It just felt out of place to me. It felt like a filler song to me. So I just don't understand why that song was on the album. I mean, I wish it's like I think it's the shortest track. No, it's actually not the shortest track. It's the second shortest song, but it's still, they could have added something to make it better, because like I said, it just didn't feel right with the rest of the album. But minusing Live Now, the rest of this album is just great. It's just really a catchy album with a lot of great melody moments, a lot of great guitar harmony bits, some great riffage going on, just some great songwriting. That's what I was trying to get out. Like, the songwriting on this album is very well done, really, because like I said before earlier in this review, talking about bands showing their age, the music that they wrote for this album is very up to date with what people are putting out now, or what bands are putting out. But for a band that's been out for a long time, to be able to come up with riffs and come up with song ideas, and for them to come up with structures like this with, like, you know, different time signatures and stuff like that, it's really impressive to see Helloween is able to keep up with these newer bands that are putting out more technicalized stuff. But not saying this isn't like overly technical, but this stuff is just really like, it just kind of blew my mind in a way that the band can still write stuff like this. And hoping to see what they can put out after this, because this really made me hyped up for what the next album releases, which this album just came out. But regardless, you know, I'm just curious to know. But I want to go off into the sound of the album. The vocals are very good. Andi Deris, I think that's saying his last name, but anyways, Andy, I'm hoping that's saying his name right. The vocalist, his vocals are still powerful. They still have that range. They still have the high screams. Just really good quality vocals. I felt like the vocals fit very well with what the album, like what the music was doing. The vocals fit perfectly with it, and a lot of catchy lyric lines. Very good lines of really catchy to listen to and try to sing along with. The guitar work on this album, like I said earlier, the riffage on this album is pretty impressive. It ranges from a lot of crunchy, heavy music to like fast-paced. Fast-paced power metal. There's a mix of slow riffs to fast riffs and, middle range riffs. There's just a lot of impressive riffs that really, like, made me go, dang, that's pretty impressive. There's a few times where I felt like maybe the riffs could have been more original, but after listening to the whole entire song through, I kind of saw why that riff was here, so they could progress to that riff and, it actually fit instead of adding, like, okay, slow riff into a, a little bit faster riff, because I was thinking, well, add something fast, well, then the progression change to the next riff would have sounded weird. So I understood that, but like I said, the variety of riffage goes from slow paced to fast paced, so you get a variety of stuff there. The bass guitar, it wasn't really that audible that much. But, like I said, it probably will be if you're listening to it on a better sound system. But, yeah, the bass guitar, just couldn't really hear it that well. But that's not really a bad thing, because a lot of bands don't turn the bass up really loud, because then it would get annoying and it would overflow a lot of what the guitar work and what the vocalist is trying to do. So I understand that. But, like I said before, if you're listening to it on a better stereo system, you can hear the bass clearly. I bet. No problem there. The drumming is very well done here, because the drums are trying to match what the guitars are doing. So when there's a slow-paced riff going on, the drums are following the pattern and giving a pretty good pattern. And then when we have the fast power metal riffs just ramming through, the drums are ramming through with it, because they're just going along. So it's not bad that the drums are trying to follow what the guitars are doing. But like I said, the drumming, like, Daniel, he throws in some really different types of drummings and drum patterns. So yeah, all in all together, trying to sum up what the sound of this album is, it's basically what you expect from a power metal band. There's nothing that's off. There's nothing that's like off or too high in the mix. But overall, I think that the whole band, as together with the vocalist, they all sound very good in the studio, and they really kept in time. And all in all, the song structures on this album and just the songs in general and how the band came together, very well done. I will have to give much props to Helloween for that. I do want to talk about one song though that I really enjoyed, and I'm not going to say it's my favorite track, but it's at least one of my favorite tracks. The ballad of the album, which is entitled "Hold Me in Your Arms," which is a great song. It starts off with this really great, guitar riffs, and it jumps off into the vocalist, and it's really a great way to like slow down and take a notch down from listening to just endless riffage going on and really fast-paced music and stuff like that. It's really good to have a ballad in the album, and I really enjoyed this ballad, so that's pretty cool. And the final track, which is entitled "Church Breaks Down," let me read right here. It says, the last track, "Church Breaks Down," mentions the crimes church has committed through the centuries. So that's the exact quote. So that's kind of interesting. But there are bonus tracks, and I do want to mention one bonus track that was put in the fifth track on the album, which is titled "Burning Sun." On a limited edition bonus track, they have "Burning Sun" Hammond version, which is the bonus track dedicated to John Lord. If you know who John Lord is, John Lord was the organist for Deep Purple, and basically they did "Burning Sun" with the Hammond organ, and it was dedicated to John Lord, and is included on the limited edition bonus track. So if you guys want to hear the dedication to the organist John Lord from Deep Purple, then definitely pick up the limited edition. I heard the bonus track, the "Burning Sun" with the Hammond version, with the Hammond organ in it, and it was very well done. I really appreciated that they did that, and it's pretty cool that they dedicated that to him. More props to Helloween for that. So, overall, for this review, guys, this review is just really mainly just dedicated to showing what Helloween is still doing, what they could still put out. And I would have to say is, this album is just, it's really impressive. It's really impressive to show that Helloween is still putting out great material. So, if you have the chance, go check out some of the songs. And if you also have the chance, go buy the album. Give them some support, because they're still putting out great music. So, if I had to give a rating for this album, I'd give it a good, solid 8.5 out of 10. It would be a 9, or maybe above. But there was, like I said, "Live Now," that song just kind of made me go, I just don't see why it's in the album. That's just my opinion. But all in all, guys, it's a great album. So if you like my reviews and you like me, sub for more metal videos. If you like me, like the video. Comment down below, let me know what your favorite track is if you heard this album. So let me know, guys, in the comment section, like, sub, whatever. Anyways, guys, that's a review. Thank you guys for watching once again, and I will see you guys soon.